This is Joe Duffy for OffshoreInsiders.com, your daily free picks and news and notes podcast for Thursday, January 29th. We're even going to take a look at some college basketball today, and certainly Saturday we're going to have all kinds of college basketball intel. Joe Duffy's picks, 73 and 52 with basketball picks. Get 3 college basketball winners right now on the Thursday portfolio from America's only Grandmaster Sports Handicapper. 27 and a half years of winning publicly for you going back to the Scorephone days. Joe Duffy's picks at OffshoreInsiders.com, www.offshoreinsiders.com. Now some news and notes. Milwaukee and Orlando. Orlando has the third worst net rating in their last 5 games at minus 11.2. That is points per 100 possessions comparing offense to defense. New York and Indiana, Carmelo Anthony may be rested for the Knicks. New York is 1-4 against the spread without him going over 3 of 5. He averages 24.3 points per game and 6.8 boards. The Knicks are playing back-to-back. New York, the third slowest pace in the NBA at 92.92 possessions per game. And again, as we always tell you, that when you handicap totals, it's a lot more about possession and the pace than it is offensive or defensive competence, although it's plenty of both, I should say. Denver and Memphis. Memphis guard Mike Conley is questionable. Memphis is 3-0 against the spread without him, though, going over 2-0-1. He averages 17.4 points per game and 5.6 assists. Denver back-to-back in 3 games in 4 days. Memphis is also playing 3 games in 4 days. We're going to get to your free pick in a moment. We're going to have college and NBA notes coming up. Again, we do ask you to do us a favor. If you enjoy these podcasts, please help us. The marketing experts say to help us with exposure. If you like us on YouTube, if you're hearing it there, if you're listening to us on either Stitcher or iTunes, please give us a positive review, preferably 5 stars. And that's essentially casting a vote for us. It will help us get exposure. And if you subscribe to us at Twitter at Offshore Insider, no S there. We're limited in the number of characters at Offshore Insider. Please retweet our podcast. All that will help us out. The more exposure we get, the more podcasts and free picks we're going to give. It's that simple. Chicago and the Lakers. The Bulls' Jimmy Butler questionable. He averages 20.9 points per game and 6.0 rebounds. Talk about a guy who improves every year in the league. Chicago's going over 3-0-1 without him. Lakers minus 11.7 net rating in their last 5 games. That is the second worst in the NBA during that span. But with both teams potentially without some firepower, your official free pick from Joe Duffy's picks will be Chicago under. That is not a premium pick. For our premium picks, go to OffshoreInsiders.com. Some college basketball notes. Utah and UCLA. Utah 13-3 against the spread in their last 16. 6 of those covers were by 11 or more, 10 by 6.5 or more. UCLA 4-12 their last 16. Their last 2 were by minus 28 combined to the spread. So we're talking about margin of cover, or sweat barometer, as some like to call it. Wofford and NC Greensboro. Why are we taking a look at an obscure game? Well, a lot of handicappers like to use the Ken Pom luck statistic. The theory being that the luckiest teams are the most overvalued, and the luckiest teams are the most luckiest teams most overvalued, unluckiest teams the most undervalued, because straight-up records can be deceptive. Well, Wofford is the 3rd most lucky team out of 351 teams, as they have 6 wins by 6 or less, 4 by 4 or less. Montana State and Sacramento State. Sacramento, the 4th luckiest team in the nation, according to the Ken Pom luck factor. They have 4 wins by 3 or fewer and 6 wins by 5 or less. Again, if you like these podcasts, please, wherever you listen, like us on YouTube, vote for us, give us a rating of 5 on Stitcher or iTunes, and we will have your Free Picks podcast Friday, hopefully by noon Eastern time at the latest. Visit OffshoreInsiders.com for the best premium picks in the world.